100,000 before the game, 500,000 after the game. We got requests from them for close to $500,000 of work, no strings attached. You have to make the time to build the relationships. You have to make the time to go have fun. Hey, Nathan Mark here on another episode of the Selling Trust Podcast. Today we're gonna talk about the power of tradition, okay? It's story time, but before we get into the story, think about things that are long-standing traditions. Thanksgiving, Christmas, those are big ones, but also the Indy 500, Wimbledon, the Masters, okay? These are all traditions, right? And whenever we think of a tradition, it brings, joy to people, right? It is celebrating something that has legacy. It is something that people can look towards and count on. Shoot, Coachella, okay? Music festival. That recently happened. I'd say that's turning into a bit of a tradition. It is a huge music festival that people, when Coachella ends, people are looking forward to next year's Coachella, right? There is so much power in tradition. One of the things that we do, or I won't say we, or one of the other sales groups in our company does, is they put on a barbecue every year, okay? And this isn't just some, hey, bust out the Weber grill and let's go. It's a full-on catered barbecue that lasts 4.5 hours, and everybody gets to come. Every single customer is invited. My customers are invited, their customers, every customer that can make it is invited. And it's essentially just a party, right? There's booths set up by vendors to provide education. There's raffle prizes downstairs that people can win tools and whatnot. It's a party. It's a 4.5 hour party. It's an event, okay? And this is an event that one side of my business, one side of my company has been doing for years. And it has legacy. People look forward to this barbecue every year. People ask about it. Hey, when's the barbecue coming up? And in fact, the barbecue just recently happened, and I, unfortunately, was sick. I couldn't make it. I couldn't attend. Brought a little tear to my eye, honestly, because I enjoy going to the barbecue because it is a very easy, low impact way to connect with my clients. It's something that the company puts on that I get to benefit from and connect with my clients. Sales managers, did you hear that? It is something that the company does every year that allows the salespeople to connect better with their clients. Oh, and by the way, my boss being there and other senior managers being there, they get to meet clients as well. So it's multi-layered in the benefits of the company throwing an event like this. And it really broke my heart that I couldn't attend this year because I was getting text messages, I was getting phone calls, and I was getting asked from people, hey man, where are you at? I'm at the barbecue. Are you upstairs in your office or eating? Where are you? We wanna see you. We wanna hang out. I was so blessed and so honored and felt so good that people were reaching out and asking for me. And I also felt really crappy at the same time because I wasn't there. I couldn't show up. I didn't want to spread my plague to my clients, right? That's unkind. The nice thing is I have a team. And so every time someone reached out to me, I let my team know, hey, this is who's there, this is who's coming by, they want to see you. Go find them, go meet them, go shake their hands. Let's build something. to essentially make baseball games a tradition. The baseball season falls at a good time for our business. It's not too crazy, not too wild. People are able to attend without too many walls being thrown up or too many obligations or commitments happening. And so it just seems to be something that fits well. And I gotta say, renting a suite at a baseball game, pardon the pun, but it is pretty sweet. It's turning into something that people are asking about. It's turning into something that's more than just a baseball game. And my example is a few months ago, we went to a game. I brought 3 clients with me, okay, 3 customers. Haven't done a lot of work with these guys. I know them, I've communicated with them. We've done projects here and there, all super awesome dudes. Just really haven't had time to connect, right? Life is challenging, life is hard, but you do the things that you make time for, right? And so making time to spend time with your customers is so important. And this is a prime example of that, okay? So I take these guys to the ball game, and it's me, it's probably 3 or 4 other salespeople, my boss, and then, I don't know, 15 or so customers, 3 of which are mine. And we're all hanging out, having beers, eating stadium food, just having a good time and having conversations and telling jokes. One of the guys that I brought, man, he is the king of jokes. We have this joke off. And if you don't know any jokes, if you don't have any jokes in your repertoire, I strongly encourage you to have 1, 2, maybe even 3 memorized jokes that you can drop given the right situation. This is the 3rd time in the last couple months that I've actually had to tell some jokes, and I'm so glad I got a couple bangers memorized, which maybe I'll tell you someday, we'll see. But it just allows you to have that fun, playful interaction. Anyway, I told a few jokes, some of the other guys told a few jokes, and this one dude that was with me, this guy just started just railing them off, like boom, joke after joke, to the point where my sides and my face and my whole body hurt because I was laughing so hard. It felt like I had gotten a workout. It was a blast. It was amazing. And we had a great time, right? We talked a little bit of business before the game. What was really smart is, as usual, we're always trying to educate, right? We're trying to add education to events. So what did we do? We had a symposium. We had a short 45-minute presentation before the game started, where the customers came in, they sat down. It was almost like a timeshare deal, right? but better because it wasn't as painful and you weren't forced to buy anything or held at gunpoint at the end. Not that any of us have had that happen before. So anyway, our customers got educated, they learned about some cool stuff, and then afterwards, we went to the suite and watched the ball game. And what was nice is the education piece gave us some stuff to talk about, which was awesome. And then on top of that, we just naturally evolved into talking about personal stuff, about our families, about our kids, about our lives, etc. And it's nice because these guys are all around my age as well. So we're all kind of going through the same stuff. We got young kids, we got plenty of stories to tell in that arena, and it's just good, right? It's just a really nice vibe. So the game was awesome. Nobody could stay after the game, which is totally fine. I actually had stuff I had to get home for too, so it all worked out. But it was a really great time, no strings attached, okay? I didn't ask them, hey guys, you got some work for us to do? All we did was leave on, hey, we should do more work together because it's really nice working with like-minded people, right? Hardworking, generous people that care about partnership. That's what we want. That's what I want to build my business on. So that was said a few times, and that was the end of it. The next week, between the 3 guys that I took and another guy that's on their team, so 4 guys in total, we got requests from them for close to $500,000 of work across 5 or 6 different projects. $500,000 of work. For me, in my role, 6 million, 5 to 6 million is considered like standard baseline, what we should be selling each year. $500,000, 10%. Now, I'm not saying I'm gonna win it all. I'm not saying I'm gonna close on all of that work, but I truly believe that work came to us because of that hangout session, because of that event, because of that time spent together, because not only was I top of mind, but we also connected. We had a good time, right? This isn't sleazy or scummy sales where it's like, hey man, how you doing? What do I gotta do to take your money? It's none of that. It's, yo dude, what's up? High five, how you doing? Let's do good work together, because from a business principles and ethics and morality standpoint and hard work standpoint, we align on all of those things. Oh, and by the way, like, you seem like you're pretty cool too. That's the dream, right? Working with a bunch of people just like that to help move your business forward. Find those people. Go find them. You probably already know who they are, but you haven't really spent enough time with them. That was my problem, right? I knew who these guys were. I just didn't spend enough time with them, right? I've talked to these dudes for probably 2 or 3 years, and yet we never really got together and did anything. That was the difference. That was the pivotal shift. And so that's what we did. We went out, we did something together, once again, hosted and put on by the company, right? Yay! My manager gets to meet these guys. Yay! My manager gets to see me interacting with my clients. Yay! And at the same time, I didn't have to plan this thing. I didn't have to spend the money. Now, sales managers, if you're listening to this, yes, you have to be involved in this. And maybe you have some admin, or maybe you have a marketing staff that can help do this, right? The point is, it's important and it's worth doing and it needs to be done. So I walk into this event with maybe 100,000 or so quoted to this group of guys up until this point, and less work won, okay? And the next week after this event, I walk away with $500,000 in quote requests, okay? $500,000 in quote requests that we're now following up on and nurturing and working on and staying connected with these guys on. And so it gives us something to talk about, and it gives us a reason to reach out, and it gives me a reason to stop by and say, what's up? Like, it just, the snowball builds, but you gotta do it. You gotta do it. And yes, it's work. You gotta show up. You gotta put a smile on your face. You gotta shake hands. You gotta bro out, right? Or lady bro out, whatever the female equivalent of being a woman and broing. Anyway, you gotta be pleasant. You gotta be fun to be around. You gotta be interesting. You gotta be engaging, right? My book, The Mark Method, if you haven't had a chance to read it, it goes over getting yourself personally ready to be involved in these kind of experiences, right? You gotta put your oxygen mask on first, seriously. You gotta learn your craft. You gotta make sure that you have a resilient mind and that you can handle and tolerate no's, and you can handle and tolerate rejection and confrontation and difficult situations, because it will pass. And so important, you have to be professionally authentic, okay? Not just, hey, you know what? I'm an a-hole and that's my authentic self. No, professional authenticity is maybe recognizing that you're an a-hole and then deciding that you're gonna work on that. And then also recognizing that maybe you have some talents and some interests and some other stuff, and that you're gonna bolster those things to make yourself a more enjoyable, more interesting person to be around. Anyway, not to get too far off topic, you have to make sure that you are personally ready to go out and spend time with clients. The more you are ready and the more comfortable you are in your own skin, the better the interaction's gonna go and the deeper the connection is gonna be made. So, to sum it up, I had very little work pending with this group of gentlemen. before I went and did something with them. And that something doesn't matter. Yes, it was a baseball game. It could have been anything. We did this baseball game. After the baseball game, I had 5 times the amount of work requested that I had in the last 3 months with them prior, okay? 5X. 100,000 before the game, 500,000 after the game. That is a significant difference. And this isn't some one-off situation. This isn't the first time something like this has happened to me. This is just the most recent that it's happened. So that's why I'm talking about it. These kind of things can happen in your business too, okay? You just have to make the time to make the connections. You have to make the time to build the relationships. You have to make the time to go have fun. Go have some fun with the right people, connect with them, and build your business better together. If you want to talk about this more, if you want to learn how to do this, if you want some tips, some pointers, if you want to talk about how the Mark method plays into all this, hit me up. Find me at nathanmark.com. Leave me a comment down below. Let's talk. Happy to chat about any of this with anyone because I absolutely love seeing people having fun and crushing it. All right, till next time, take care. Bye-bye.